In the last video, we stopped in Las Vegas to pick up Josh's new X3 trailer from Patriot Campers. We crossed from Nevada to Arizona, where we camped for the night. Hi, I'm Marco from OVRLNDX, and in this video, we continue exploring the Hualapai Mountains in the Mojave County Park in Arizona. We traverse through Flagstaff until we reach the Arizona Backcountry Discovery Route. Brad just found something on the side of the road. We're gonna explore, see what's under that roof. What do you think?
I think it's a top secret CIA hideout.
The black side? Absolutely.
I'm gonna delete that. Yeah.
The other one's there.
Cool. Right by the water. Right by the water.
Well, I think we discovered Brad's favorite place.
There you go.
Definitely a black side. You'd be like, yeah, a lot of on here.
I don't know, Brad. Why did you brought us here?
Feed a little bit of breakfast. I thought we needed a break.
Just tell us to stop. You have to do this. It's always fun to do stuff like this. You know, go on the side of the road, you see something, just stop and explore. You might learn a thing or two, like in this case, that was a toilet. After a few minutes exploring the abandoned cabin, we got back in our vehicles and we headed to the end of the trail, where we air up our tires to get on the paved highway on our way to Flagstaff, Arizona.
And there's a shooting range. In Arizona, there's always...
As soon as we got on the road, we noticed that there was a rainstorm heading our way. At first, we thought there were only a few clouds on top of us, but quickly it went from a few drops of water to a full-on rainstorm. After a few miles, we arrived to Williams, where we stopped at the Casey Highlights headquarters to have some lunch in the Casey picnic area. This time, Taco Bell did the job. We're back on the trail, on our way to our second camping spot for the night and for this trip. And we are still in the Coconino National Forest, so we're pretty close to Flagstaff and Williams and that area. And we are just gonna go and look for a good camping spot for tonight. The weather looks like it's gonna be like last night. So right now it's 68 degrees, but I know it's gonna get a little colder tonight. So all good. Let's see. We're gonna find a spot, and we're gonna set up camp, and then we're gonna cook something. I think Brad is making burgers. So we found this phenomenal place to camp tonight. It's been a long day. We've been on the road, on the trail all day long, but we found this amazing spot. This is where we're gonna spend the night. This is where we're gonna chat around the fire and have some awesome dinner. Check this out, guys.
I'm glad you said come up here. It was worth it.
What do you think, man?
I like it. You can see a mountain with snow on it over there. There's a lake, the sun, clouds. What else can we look for, man?
It's just amazing how it gets better and better. I mean, we're in Arizona. Arizona has a lot to offer, and you can't go wrong when you're looking for a camping spot in Arizona, right? But yeah, this is what adventure it's all about. We drove all the way from Kingman. We stopped at Williams, Flagstaff, and now we're up here in this beautiful, beautiful lake where we're gonna spend the night and have some fun. Because of the wind on the open lakeshore, we decided to move just a few yards down into a spot surrounded by rocks and trees to set up camp by the lake. It was Brad's turn to make burgers, but I traded with him and took care of dinner. This time, one of my favorites, beer marinated steak in guajillo sauce. After that tasty dinner, a refreshing night's sleep, waking up to a beautiful morning by the lake, and having that first sip of a warm coffee, it's time for breakfast. Today's breakfast duty is Josh. If you could only smell the aromas in the camping spot, man, it's awesome. Josh has breakfast duty. Smells really, really good. What's for breakfast?
We're just gonna do some beef chorizo and eggs, tortillas. Keep it pretty simple.
It's awesome. It smells really good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for making the beef.
Absolutely, man. Always.
Definitely, the chorizo and huevo burritos were perfect to start the day. These were really, really tasty. Thank you, Josh. My new James Beirut Odyssey rooftop tent is the best RTT ever. It's so comfortable, the 4-season fabric, the new mattress, and the 360-degree view features makes it my favorite. And now, after that awesome breakfast, it's time to close camp and get ready to continue this adventure. It's been amazing. This place is so beautiful. We've been exploring, actually. We've never been in this area before. We're somewhere in the Coconino National Forest, and the place is amazing. Arizona has so much to offer. There's so many different terrains and places to stop and camp, trails. It's beautiful. I hope our next camping spot is as epic as this one is. It was pretty awesome being camping next to a lake. Neither Brad, Josh, or me had been here before. We never thought that the terrain was going to be this rocky. We traveled on this trail for hours. Picking up the pace was just a wish, because it was just impossible. Our vehicles and trailers performed flawlessly until we hear Josh on the radio telling us that he was having mechanical issues. So Josh,
Yeah.
you ran out of brakes?
So, don't know what the deal was, but I was hitting the brakes. It was not slowing down, so I stood on the brakes and then eventually threw it into park to get it to stop.
Oh man, that's not good. But you turn it off and on and now it's resetting?
Yeah, and there was no errors or anything once we came to a stop, so just turned it off, turned it back on. Still no errors, and everything seems to be back to normal.
All right, man. Well, at least you got power. You don't need brakes.
Nah, just get Brad out of my way and we'll be able to go.
After making sure that the Bronco had no more brake problems, we continue our journey. From there, everything went smooth and we didn't have any more setbacks. said before, in Arizona you'll find all kinds of stuff, especially abandoned places like this. This is pretty awesome. We like to stop and just check it out, and try to figure out what happened there and what was the building used for. So we stopped this building right here, and we're gonna see what's in it. I couldn't find any information on this building. It was definitely a cattle ranch, but unfortunately I was not lucky to learn more about it. If you recognize this place, please share your knowledge in the comment section. I was gonna go in, guys, but it smells pretty weird, so I'm not gonna risk it. What's the verdict, brother?
Oh, this is a no-go. Once upon a time, the track went across, but nobody's done that in a long time. And you can see just from the hoof prints from like the elk and the cows that are running around here, you're gonna sink really quick as soon as you hit that mud, and we don't want to do that. So.
Nope. This trail is marked on our maps, but it's been it's an old trail. It hasn't been used in a long time, and so we're trying to debate if we're gonna cross this this water crossing, but we don't know how deep it is, and we don't know how risky it is. So we're gonna look at it and see if we decide to cross it. The call was to turn around and find a different spot. It was not worth the risk of getting stuck in the mud in the middle of nowhere, especially being that late in the afternoon. So we finally arrived to our camping spot for tonight, and we find a good spot. It's a little bit windy, but there's nobody here. Let me show you. Right here by the lake. My vehicle is right here, and these guys are over here. That's Brad. He's gonna be cooking some burgers. And Josh is over there. So as you can see, the spot is not that bad. There's nobody here. It's pretty lonely. We saw a couple of elk from across the lake, and that was interesting. They were huge animals, and but we couldn't camp on that spot because it was just too open, too windy. So we moved to this area, and after looking at several spots, we decided to stay here. Brad is going to be cooking dinner today, and what are we going to have for dinner, buddy?
Burgers, man. Burgers.
Burgers, your famous burgers.
I don't know how famous they are, but
I can't wait, dude.
Pretty good.
They're pretty good. I can't wait. Thank you so much. Before dinner, I'm having a little salad here and some cheese and bread. We also have some olives with salsa and salsa Maggi, lime, lemon. It was a good starter before Brad's burgers. The first time I had Brad's burgers was a few years back somewhere up in Coyote Flats, and those were so good. So I can't wait for this one. We had an amazing adventure in this trip. We had so much fun. Brad from Trail Recon, Josh picked up his new trailer in Las Vegas, and we went all the way from Las Vegas to Arizona, and we get to come to these beautiful places. I hope you liked this adventure, and if you did, go ahead and hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe, and thank you for watching.